Hey guys, it's Fergal here. So I just got off the interview with Mike Thomas. You might also know him as Mike from Maine. Now inside this interview, we talk about a number of very important points. The first thing is how he talks about his journey through internet marketing over the last about 5 to 6 years. He then talks about his upcoming software release, which is going to be an email marketing software. So you're not going to want to miss that. And then at the end of this interview, very, very important point, Mike tells you exactly the business plan that he set up that got him from making about $100 per month up to his biggest month, which was $70,000 in just 1 month in profit. So you're not going to want to miss this interview. Mike is a legend, really, really nice guy. So check it out, watch it all, and at the end of it, you're going to find out how Mike exactly went from $100 per month to $70,000 per month. I hope you enjoy. Make sure to watch it all. All the best, guys. Hey, what's up everyone? It is Fergal here, and today I am super excited to finally be turning the tables. Who am I turning the tables on? The one and only Mike from Maine. So usually it's Mike from Maine interviewing me on his Mike from Maine show. If you don't know it, I'm sure you'll eventually hear about it because everybody knows about it. So Mike, thank you for coming on to talk to us so that we can interview you.
Fergal, it's nice being on here. Yeah, I'm happy that you get to do all the work today and I get to kind of just hang out. Actually, it's kind of the other way around. When I ask you the questions on the interviews, Fergal, I just sit back and let you do all the talking. So I guess I have to do all the talking today.
We're going to grill you about how your business took off.
Grill me.
Well, grill you in the nicest way possible. So we're going to ask you about how your business took off because on the very, very first Mike from Maine show, I was the interviewee, and Mike wasn't doing so well back then. He was maybe making 3 or 4 sales per promotion. Flash forward to today, and I think you're in the high 5 figures per month bracket when you're doing promotions.
Yeah, I mean, long story short, so I don't bore everyone on here. I mean, I started back doing affiliate marketing, and not like I'm not going to give you the whole story, but I'll give you the affiliate marketing story back in about 2012, where I started interviewing product creators about their different products that they were putting out, adding value, and then when someone clicked on my link and bought it, I made an affiliate commission. So I've been doing that since 2012. Started out making very, very little money doing it, like you said, maybe sometimes $20 every interview, sometimes 30, sometimes 0. Now I'm up to a point where in 2018 I make anywhere from 20 to upwards of, if we do a product launch, $70,000 per month in profits. So it obviously depends on the month and if we do a launch, but it's definitely been a wild ride, and email marketing has been a really big part of that. Being able to build an email list. When I first started, that was my biggest focus, was building a list. Because I mean, you talk to all these people and they're always like telling you, I wish I'd started building a list earlier. I know that you actually had an email list that you built, and when you were off traveling, you forgot to pay your AWeber fees or something, and you lost like a 19,000 person email list. Am I correct? Like you kind of lost your business.
I had this business that was running fantastically. I forgot to pay AWeber and my list was completely deleted. I had to start again. And to be honest, your list is your business in this industry. Mm-hmm. So once I lost that, it was back to square one again.
Yeah, so for me, it's been all about building up my list. It's been all about building that, because the reason why having an email list is so important is whenever you put out a new piece of content, whenever I do an interview or a review, I don't just put it up on Google and wait for SEO, wait for it to rank. I don't put it up on Facebook and wait for hopefully some people and my friends to click on it. I don't run ads to it and spend a bunch of money every time I want to get traffic. By having an email list, as you know, I'm able to simply write a quick little message in my autoresponder and send it out to my audience, people that have asked to be on my email list. This isn't spamming. This is people that are asking to receive these emails, and I'm able to get hundreds of clicks to wherever I want to send them with a push of a button. I mean, people talk about the whole push button profits type thing, and it sounds scammy, but this is probably the closest to that whole push button system that you can find. So The reason why I know you brought me on here today is because we actually had a problem in our businesses. My partner Brett Rutecki and I, he's a software developer. I'm not. I don't know how to develop software at all. But he had an issue in his business, Fergal, where he was using an autoresponder company called MailChimp, and you might be familiar with them. MailChimp started off for him as a free service. So he was able to use it for free in the beginning. And as he built his email list, they started charging him for it. And then one day he got an email from MailChimp just saying, your account is canceled. You've lost your account. You're done. And he was like, what the heck is going on? He wasn't spamming people. He wasn't sending like adult offers or some like scam people to scammy sales pages and stuff. They had some kind of computer automated thing in their system triggered some kind of weird trap where it said that he was spamming. I think at the time, I think he had sent, if I recall correctly, I think he had sent a JVZoo, like a JV link to like for affiliates to sign up for a link in his email, and I think he got banned because of that. Some stupid little reason that he got banned for it. He asked them why, and that's probably one of the reasons why I can't give you a better answer. He asked them why, but no one responded to him. No one would tell him why he got banned there. So after that was back, I think, in 2014 that happened to him. He moved over to Aweber, and you might remember Aweber at the time, and they didn't used to allow this, but they started allowing people to import their lists onto Aweber, and you still need to get permission and everything, but they started being a little bit more lenient with that. So he took his list that he fortunately had saved a copy of that he used to have on MailChimp, and he uploaded that to Aweber. Now, Fergal, I don't know what you're currently using. Are you a GetResponse, Aweber? What are you using now?
See, the reason I wanted to get you on today is because I'm very passionate about the situation, because I use a self-hosted one and I use Aweber as well. Mm-hmm. And in the past 6 months, my Aweber delivery rates, my open rates have gone down by more than 50%. So what I really want to know from you, Mike, today is why are your delivery rates going to be better than, say, GetResponse, Aweber, or some of these plug and play type of ones?
Good question. And I'll definitely get to that there. I want to expand on this because I think it's important. So Brett took his list, he put it on Aweber, and when he uploaded to Aweber, what happened, and this has probably happened to you too, is when you upload your list to Aweber and they accept it, they accept some, and they say no to some emails. They say, no, we won't accept that. That's not an email we want. It's just some things that have like admin at blah, blah, or support at blah, blah, at like whatever.com in it. They don't like some emails. So he uploaded his email list. He lost 30% of his subscribers. So that's 30% of his business. And these were people that were opening his emails. These were people that wanted to hear from him, customers that had bought products from him and wanted to hear about updates. But he couldn't contact them because Aweber just said no to that. But at the time, he was just grateful that he was able to actually be able to keep emailing people. So he was happy to just have 70% of his business with them. So he uploaded it there. He kept on using that. And then, just like what you were saying, Aweber started going crazy and started having all these different bounces, and his emails weren't getting delivered. And the reason why that happens is with these big companies that are sending out emails like this, when you have so many people on one IP, so they share out their different IPs, not to get techie here, but they have different IP addresses that people are mailing from. If one bad person gets in there and starts spamming, then it will affect everyone in the system. And one of the reasons why your Aweber your delivery might be so bad is because there might be some bad people on your IP address. You're actually sharing that with other people. So he went out there, being a developer, he created a plugin called Mail It. And we launched that back in August 2016. It allowed him to be able to set up his autoresponder on a WordPress installation and to be able to mail those people and take control of his business. Now, this is wildly popular. We did over 200,000 in sales of that product in 3 days. People loved it. But That being said, there were some things that were missing in it. Being a WordPress plugin, it didn't have some of the stuff. It didn't have the ability. We didn't have the ability to add some features that people wanted. People couldn't send out autoresponder sequences, so they couldn't go out there. It was more of like a broadcaster. Like an autoresponder, technically, is like someone signs up to the email and it sends a reply back to them, like thanks for replying to the message. It did that. But what it didn't do, it didn't allow you to set up a sequence where you could like have someone at like day 1, day 5, day 6, day 30, and be able to put them through that. And customers really, really wanted that. It also had other problems in it where we didn't have like a drag and drop form builder in it, and people had to have WordPress and able to make sure that it was actually working. So that was causing more tech issues. So Brett went back to the drawing board and he created this, and he actually created something called a domain name called MyMailIt. And the reason why it was called MyMailIt is because Brett initially created it for himself. It was his version of MailIt. That's why it was MyMailIt. But what happened was, after Brett creates something, usually he'll put it out there, create it for himself. And once he's tested it, and he's tested the crap out of it, he's been using it for months now, made almost $100,000. He's getting up there. Our number on the sales page is actually lower than the number he's made. Our number is 59,000, but he's made more than that using the software that he's actually created, which I think is really important. A lot of people put out, you've probably seen other autoresponder softwares like this that are put out, and people aren't even using them themselves. This is something that Brett created, that he created for himself. I'm also using it as well to send out my interviews now. So I just sent out an email with it last night, and I'll show you some of these emails today on the call. But what was your question? What makes it better than these other systems?
So yeah, the delivery rates, like Aweber for me has gone down by about 50% in very, very quickly, like in the last 6 months, I would say.
Right.
So why would the delivery rates and open rates be better with a self-hosted one compared to Aweber? I guess you kind of touched on it a little bit. It's about the IP address being overloaded with spam on Aweber. So would that be the case?
On Aweber, I get a delivery rate of around 4 to 5%. I've been able to up that to anywhere from 7 to 9% using MyMailIt, using the system. It depends upon. Also, here's the thing, Fergal, and I want people to know this as well. If you have a mailing list that you've spammed, like when I say spam, you've mailed the crap out of, and you haven't provided value to them, and they don't know who you are, and you have no relationship with them, and you plug them into another system, don't expect it to automatically get you like really high open rates overnight. You still need to build a relationship with your mailing list. However, there are situations where people think that they have to pay big monthly fees. I'm sure with Aweber, with the email list your size, you're paying hundreds of dollars per month in fees for it. With MyMailIt, you now don't have to pay those high fees. You don't have to pay any monthly fees for it, depending upon how you set it up. You can, if you have a small email list, you can send it for 100% free, connecting it with Gmail. If you have a medium-sized email list, you can connect it up. And let's say you have a website with shared hosting, you can actually use your SMTP from your hosting. If that sounds complicated, we teach you how to do it all inside. Don't worry. But you can send it. You can actually connect it with your hosting that you're already paying for. If you've got a big email list and you're a big email marketer, you probably at this point should have or are able to afford to buy a dedicated server. So you can set it up with a dedicated server. So it's great for all different levels there, as far as where you're at and where your business is at. If you don't have a lot of money and you're thinking to yourself right now, I want to build an email list, but I don't want to pay these monthly fees, then you can use it with free services. And if you've got a business built, you can use it with others. But you asking about delivery rates, Brett gets about a 19 to 20% open rate for his email, which is high, really high for this industry. I don't get as high as he does, but I do get higher open rates with MailIt, and I don't have to pay monthly fees for that.
So that sounds great. I mean, that's pretty much everything that I'd be looking for, especially with the delivery rates. I'm not so worried about the price, but I'm sure people that are starting off, they are worried about the $149 or whatever it is that Aweber is charging them per month. There's one thing that I know people will be worried about, people that are starting off. You mentioned SMTP, SFTP, or see, even I'm getting confused about this.
I don't even know what that means, Fergal. I don't even know what SMTP means. It's like something, it's a protocol. I don't know what it means. I'm not a tech guy. Brett's the tech guy on it, and you don't need to know what it means. It doesn't matter. All that means is that's the system that's sending out the emails, and you can use, like I said, you can use Gmail. Will do it for you. You can connect Gmail to it, and Gmail will do it for free if you have a small list. And if you've got a shared hosting, you can connect it with your shared hosting. And it just means that you use the software and you use their sending ability, because a lot of people don't know that your hosting will actually send emails for you. You can actually connect it with that, and it will send those emails for you. Now, if you're worried about setting it up and that we have instructions on how to do that inside. We have a support desk. If you have any questions about that, we can help you to set that up. But everything is all step by step, showing you how to do that. If you want, I can share my screen, Fergal, and actually show you the inside.
If you could, just because I know there are people out there that once they hear any bit of technical jargon, they're like, okay, I'm out. They're worried about setting up, buying software, just because it can be a bit tricky to set up. So if we could go through the basic setup with us there, just so people can see, that would be fantastic.
Yep. If I can figure out how to share my screen with you. Here we go. Let me see here. I got it. Desktop. Sharing my screen. Can you see my screen? Can you see yourself?
See myself drinking water. Yeah. There we go.
Another thing I want to say really quick before we do that is there's a couple of myths here that people think. They think that when they have a self-hosted autoresponder that their delivery rates are going to drop. And you can see these are actually screenshots from Brett. Look, he's got 26%. I was being low with my numbers before. He got a 26% open rate on an email sent to 10,000 subscribers. I'm sure, Fergal, you've seen people show big open rates like this, but they're actually emailing like their biggest openers on their list, or they're emailing people that just bought a product from them and they're sending them an update to it. Like, this is a real email to his list here. Another one is people think that their IP is going to get banned with it. And that's not true at all. The reason why your IP is going to get banned is if you send out crappy emails to people, and that's going to happen with anything here. Another thing I wanted to show you here, just really quick, from the sales page here. Look, here's 23% opens, 18% opens, 21% opens. Is this rate here? 10 out of 10. So this is a tester score thing that you can actually test your emails. Brett puts his emails through here. He gets a 10 out of 10 on how perfect your emails are as far as deliverability goes.
That's super important, because I said earlier on that I've tested a self-hosted autoresponder, and I get 4 out of 10 with this exact website that you're using there. So yeah, I'm going to take a look at how Brett is getting 10 out of 10, because I know that's important for delivery.
And we have instructions on how to do that, all that inside. If you go inside of here, I just sent out an email, and it's still going out here. I'll actually show you here in my emails. And this one's still sending, so we're still at a lower open rate here, but still I've got, I sent it out, I got 793 opens, 221 clicks here, and that's still going out. I'll show you the one that I sent before that. This was an email, 7% open rates here, 217 clicks, 70% click rate here. Let me go back over, show you some more ones. 7% open rate, 281 clicks. And I'm not going to show you. I mean, I could open up the one that I sent to my affiliates here, which was a 17% open rate, but that was to my affiliates. This is interesting as well. Something I didn't mention before is we also have GDPR compliance, and you're in the EU, Fergal. So GDPR, you might have heard about this, is there's new regulations coming out for customers that are in Europe and the UK, and you have to have special forms set up with like special little tick boxes. And we've actually integrated that into the software now. So you can actually, there's a special form builder for anyone that's worried about that included inside of here. So I've got this all set up. If I go over to my settings here, and this is the hardest part here, Fergal. This is the one where you're going to look at this and go, what the heck is this? And it will be a little bit like the first time you look at it, it might be a little confusing. There is a tutorial on it. We have an SMTP tutorial here that lets you go through everything. We've got different examples of like different setups here and what they're going to look like to try to make sure if you're using HostGator Shared or HostGator Dedicated, if you're setting it up with Gmail here, it's going to show you exactly how you can set it up with Gmail. You just go in there and copy those settings, and you're going to be good to go with it. Again, we want to make sure that you guys are able to hit the ground running with this. Now, let me just go here and show you quickly. Sending an email is really, really simple. You just go in here, you schedule a time. I'm going to schedule one in the future. And what time I want it to send at. You can pick your list that you want to use. I'm just going to put just me, your subject here, and then whatever you want to put in your body. It's the full builder here, so you can put HTML in here. You can put anything that you want to put in here. You put, if you've got like GIFs, images and stuff that you want to put in, you can actually put it in there as well. And then you can actually test it too. So I always test the emails, send it out to myself before to make sure that it's actually everything looks fine. And once you're done with that, you just click on Save Message. And it's going to send out, right now it's going to send out at the date. So it's going to send out on April 10th at noon. But I can also just click here and just send it. So after that's done. And then you can edit it if you need to. I'm obviously going to delete this message because I'm not going to send that out to people. There's other things in here as well. You can manage all your lists here. You can manage your unsubscribes, your bounces, things that are marked spam. And you can go and you can manage all your subscribers as well. So you can actually list your subscribers. I'll just list me here so I don't show my whole subscriber list. Do I not have myself on there? Let's see, test. That should be me. Here we go. So there's me, test, set as subscribed, and I can see, you can see how many opens I've done, how many clicks, my click percentage on different emails. We've also got different tools inside of here. We've got a form builder, so you can actually go in here and actually build forms that you can use with this. Let me just call this Fergal. I think it says Fergal. We got different templates that you can use for this here. So you can, these are all nice. So you can put them on your website. You can have them as pop-ups, put them wherever you want to. They're all drag and drop. You can change the text in here and have it all set up just the way you want to, pop-ups, decide what list you want to put it on, and then just save and you obviously put that wherever you want to put that over. So it's easy to, you can see this as an example over Brett's website, showing what it would look like as a pop-up on there. Let me bring you back here to the main dashboard. Here we go. We have list reports, so you can actually see how many clicks and opens and stuff you're having. I'm not going to do that. List checkup, and then the GDPR forms as well. And this is what I was talking about before with the click little check boxes here. And you also need to be able to put in a privacy policy to be GDPR compliant. So if that's something that you're worried about, I know some people will be, some people won't be. That's up to you. You can easily build a GDPR compliant form. There's single opt-in, double opt-in, whatever you want to do. It's up to you how you want to run your business. Again, this is all making it so that other people aren't telling you how to run your business. It's a really important part of this. You can put sequences in here. I currently don't have an autoresponder sequence. I probably should, but I don't. I haven't used one in a while. I know Brett does, and he makes hundreds of dollars per day from it. I'm lazy when it comes to that. I don't have that set up. So that's the front end offer, Fergal. That has like everything I've showed you included inside of it. You get unlimited subscribers, unlimited list imports, so no one tells you how many people you can import. You have the simple setup. You can create, you can have one click on subscribe, so it's can spam compliant. So you're not going to get people saying that you're a spammer. People can unsubscribe from your emails. We have list cleaning included inside of it, a built-in throttling, so it's going to keep compliant with any hosting service that you're connected with. So you can send your emails at the rate that you're allowed to send with them. You can track your opens, your unsubscribes, all that stuff. It's a full autoresponder in here. It's pretty powerful, especially considering that it is a one-time price. Do you have any questions before I go on to the OTOs?
I just want to say that with my current self-hosted autoresponder, I still have to have Aweber because it doesn't do all of the features that you just said, like the sign up forms, the automated messages. It doesn't do all of that. So I'm still paying the 150 per month for Aweber. But you're saying with your one, you don't need Aweber at all. You can do everything inside that one.
Exactly. And you can do exactly what you want to do in there. You have full control of your business, and especially if you're on a budget as well, or if you just don't like spending money. I mean, you might just not want to spend that money on your email list every month. You might not be you might not be sending tons of emails all the time. You just want to have an email list that you can reach out to people once in a while. I mean, it doesn't make sense for someone that has a business that perhaps isn't emailing all the time. They know they need to have an email list, but they don't. Why are they paying monthly fees for that when they could just be paying one time and having all that set up here? Let me really quick, I'm going to go through the OTOs here. I know you're going to cover them in your review, but I think it's important that you guys understand what they are. I know a lot of people like to know here. So the first OTO is the premium version, and I'm going to say right off, it's a 100% optional upgrade. You do not need to get this in order to make the software work. However, I would recommend that you consider it, as it does add a lot of powerful features to it. There are 4 main features that this adds in. The first one is it allows you to send your emails 30 times faster. So in the original version of MailIt, there is a limit to how fast you can send your emails. The reason why there's a limit is because this is a very, very inexpensive software. We have server fees that we're going to need to pay for this, and we need to cover that. We're not able to offer that unlimited speed at such a low price. So for some people, it's going to be fine. For others, they're going to want to be able to send faster. So we have made it so that if you want to send faster, you can pick this up, and it will allow you to send it 30 times faster to your customers. The next one is we've added an ability so that you can resend to unopens to drastically increase your clicks, your delivery, everything. When you're able to resend to people that unopens, it means you're going to get more traffic from it. I'll give you a really quick example of how I just did that really quick here. So I sent out this email right here, and I got 217 clicks from it. So this was to my entire email list. And then I sent out another email. I just went in here and there actually it won't let me do it now because I've already done it. But I went in there and I sent to my unopens, and this is what I was able to send to right here. I sent out another email, the same exact email, but just with the headline changed here. And when I did that, here we go. This is where it shows up there. This is the pro version. I was able to add another 93 clicks. So these are 93 clicks that I missed the first time. I was able to send out to my unopens. My open rate was lower because it went out to my unopens, but I was able to add 93 more clicks to that. So I was able to get a ton more clicks there. It was almost like another 100 clicks there that I was able to add to that just by being able to send that out. So that's another feature of that. Another one is being able to remove our branding. So in the front end offer, Fergal, at the bottom of your emails, when you send them out, there will be a link that says powered by MyMailIt in them, and that will link back to MyMailIt. But if that's something that you don't want to have when you email out, you can upgrade to the premium version, and that removes all our branding and all our links from the bottom of your emails. And the last one is a done-for-you lead pages, lead magnet builder that allows you to use our products to be able to go out there and to build your email list. So I'm going to show you that really, really quickly here. Let me just go over here into tools. And this is done-for-you lead pages. So all you do to set up your page here, I'm going to call this Fergal. Hopefully it won't call you Farrell again. Fergal, we have these are the current ones that we have in here. Jack Jacker currently viewing in slide capture. I'm going to use Jack Jacker. This is a product that Brett created that you're able to give away to build your list. I'm going to select which list I want to add them to. You can even put your own video on it on the page if you want to, but it includes our video. But if you want to brand yourself, you can brand yourself. I'm going to create the page. And this is the link here. So you're able to give this link out, share it wherever you want. And when people opt in right here, they automatically get the free gift and they get added to your email list. You're able to build your email list with our lead magnets and use our content. So it's a really like, I know a lot of people are like, how the heck am I going to build my email list? You now have no excuse. You can build your email list now with that. Plus, with this, we do add extra support with this. So if you're going to get front of the line support added on this as well. So that's the first OTO. The second one here is reseller rights. It's agency reseller rights. What that means is that you're actually able to resell MyMailIt like it's your own product, but this is a bit different than what you're used to. The way that this works with agency is that you're actually able to go up here in here and create your own sales page. So all you do is you go to JVZoo and you get a buy button code from them. You create your own product. You add your own video if you want to as well, but it's optional. And then you get your own sales page link. Now, this isn't going to work right now because you're not going to be able, because it's not going to be able to sell until after the launch. But what that does is that makes it so that you have a link that looks just like this. So it's going to be our sales page hosted by us, everything, but your buy button is going to be on that page. So when people buy, you get both the email and you get 100% of the money. We don't get the email. We don't get the money. We get nothing. We host the product for you. We do the support for you. We paid thousands of dollars to get this sales page created along with the copywriting. Literally, if you added it all up, it's I think it's around $1,500 total that we paid for that. Plus all the coding that Brett did, plus all the support, everything is all included in there. You get to resell it and keep 100% of the profits, members area, sales materials, and everything there. And then there's one more. The last OTO is a training that Brett and I are going to be doing, and we're going to be teaching you how to go out there and build an email list super fast, how to make anywhere from $3 to $5 per month from every single subscriber on your list, how to use different paid and free ways of building your list. So if you want to learn how we're able to make anywhere from $500 to $1,000 per day doing email marketing, and how you can too, then you can join that program. Whew. I'm back.
Tired after that one.
Yeah, it's a lot easier doing interviews, Fargo. I think I like being on the other end better.
Yeah, you get to just sit back and let you go.
Relax and drink my tea. I got to finish my tea. It's okay.
So we talked about all the different offers in the funnel there. Can I ask you what the price is of the front end offer?
We're going to be starting it off, and don't, like, if it's a little bit different, don't kill me later. But as far as the plan right now, it's going to be under 37 for the early bird pricing for this. So if you guys want to get the lowest absolute price on this, and you're watching this and it's before the launch or it's right when it's gone live, you want to make sure that you get in there right when we go live, because that's the cheapest that you will ever be able to buy this. We're doing an early bird webinar at 9 a.m. If you're interested in asking us any more questions, we're going to do Brett's going to be doing a full demo of it. Yeah, he's able to answer any more tech questions. I don't understand that stuff. I don't need to. I just set it up and then I'm ready to go with it. I don't have to understand it. That's the nice thing about it. But that's going to be the lowest prices on those OTOs. Just so you know, if you're interested in any of those will either go away or be raised in price after the launch. So if you're going to get any of those, if you're thinking, oh, I might get it later, if you come back later and you ask us for it, be prepared for us to say either A, the price is higher, or B, it's no longer available. And we stick to that. We're not people that, like, when we say we're going to close stuff, when we say we're going to raise prices, we actually do it. We're raising the price to this at the end of the launch. It's going to keep on selling for $97. So this is Brett's plan. This isn't one of those softwares that people put out and it just launches and then it's gone. We are actively using this. We are using the software ourselves. Brett has created this as an ongoing business for himself. His plan with this, Fergal, to give you a little bit of a side note, is his plan is to offer this to bloggers in the future. So he's going to be selling it as a higher priced product, a $97 product to bloggers, so that they can set it up with their hosting and be able to avoid, like, paying these high price fees. Why are they paying, or why are you paying these high price fees when you could be just using MyMailIt?
100%. And the self-host, for anyone that's interested in knowing how much I'm currently paying for my own self-hosted, I'm paying $197 per year. So it's a lot more than the $37 that you'd be paying for my mail. And for any newbies that are watching this and they're wondering, okay, look, I don't have an email list yet. Well, this is a way to start building your email list on the right platform that's going to actually work for you. And one-time offer 3 was the list building training. Is that correct, Mike?
List building training. So if you're interested in learning how to build a list and you want to learn from guys that actually have big email lists, then you can pick that up.
100%. So that would be, the complete package that you get in just one thing. And to say you're learning from the right guys is a bit of an understatement, because like we said at the start of this interview, yourself, Mike, you started in 2012 making 2 or 3 or 4 sales per promotion. Now you can do probably up to $5,000 with one email. So that's a person there who's in 5 years has completely changed around their business. So to learn directly from those people is a fantastic opportunity, I think. So, yeah, Mike,
happy to help everyone.
I do have one other question for you. People know that you are the top dog in the industry. You're getting certs from plaques from JVZoo to say you're the best affiliate of the month and all that, which is fantastic. I really want to get one day. So could you give us like one top tip at the end of all of this, top tip for getting somebody into your position of being a top affiliate and top product launcher?
I think I'm going to try to give something that's not like a cliche tip for you guys, something that you can actually take action on. I think don't be afraid to, if you're interested in getting involved with this and you're interested in doing product creation and affiliate marketing and stuff, don't be afraid to reach out to some of these guys that you think are really, really big and you think they're never will give you the time of day. Don't be afraid to reach out to them. If you've got something of value to share with them, if you've got a product idea, if you've got skills, if you're able to do something. My skill in the beginning was interviewing. My skill was I was able to interview these people. I didn't have a big email list at the time, but I reached out to them. When I reached out to you, Fergal, the first time I did an interview, I was like, wow, man, this guy, he's got this WSO of the day on the Warrior Forum. He knows how to put out a product. Like I was like, wow, like for me, that was amazing. But I still reached out to you and you replied back to me and you did an interview with me. And I know that you were telling me you were nervous to do the interview. I mean, we had 2 nervous people on the call that were like you were nervous to do the interview. I was nervous because it was my first one that I was doing. But if we hadn't done that, if we haven't gotten out of our comfort zone for that, and I think it's really important that we do that. An actionable thing that you can do is if you're interested in doing interviews or doing reviews with people, don't be afraid to ask for a back-end bonus from them. And that means that they'll allow you to put an image with a link to your opt-in form. And by the way, you can build these opt-in forms and you can build your email list with MyMailIt. Don't be afraid to ask for that. Don't be afraid to ask for things. Don't be afraid to ask for review access from people. If you're serious about this and you're actually doing something and you've got a review blog, then people will actually give you review access for some of these products. So my point is, if you're serious about this business and you really want to do it, then just go out there and build relationships with people. Go to events. That's one thing that Fergal and I actually met. I think it was last year or a year and a half ago at an event in Dublin where we met for the first time. So and it was great to finally meet him. I think it's really important that you go to these events as well. So yeah, just get out of your comfort zone and if I have to say something cliche, take action, but really do something. That's what take action means. When everyone tells you to take action, it means go out there, do something, and change your life.
That's fantastic advice there, because I can see that the interviews was one of the biggest things that helped your business, because you're not just doing the interviews, you're building that relationship with these top marketers. Even though I only knew Mike through the interviews, when we met in Dublin that time, it was like we knew each other from high school, exactly. You know, and we hung out having a couple of drinks and everything. So it was, it's fantastic. So yeah, don't be shy to ask marketers to do an interview with you about their product. 10 will say no. Maybe 10 will say no, but one will say yes. And from there, you'll get to build that
Most
relationship.
people will say yes. You'll be surprised. More people will say yes than will say no.
There you go. Well, you've heard straight from the horse's mouth, the Ariel Helwani. For those of you that don't know who Ariel Helwani is, I count Mike as the Ariel Helwani of the internet marketing industry. Ariel Helwani is the biggest UFC reporter out there. So it's a compliment.
I was going to say, I have no idea who that is.
Okay, that went straight over everyone's head. Sorry about that. Anyway, Mike, thank you so much for coming on and talking to me today. And I really wish you the best of luck with your launch. It really looks like a fantastic product, and I'm going to be using it myself.
Thanks, Virgo.
All the best, guys. Talk to you soon.